I thought the Den of Sadness was fun, mostly because it is quite sad, as is, and I thought it would be fun to turn it into a penthouse. So I already uploaded it, and one art basically said free reign, and I take that and I go for it. So I thought it would be fun to turn this little box into a nice penthouse. I debated. I was like, what do? Do I turn the top into a roofing? And then I was looking at it and I was like, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to roof, if I'm being honest. I was like, how? And then I was like, well, I could put it on top of a penthouse and it wouldn't look too strange. You do have your front door right here, which is fine, because I was kind of debating on moving the lot. This was genuinely one of the most fun Discord builds to do. I basically had a whole box to work with, and I just went for it. It was so much fun to transform this apartment into an actual penthouse. I ended up doing a full walk up right here, and then I even extended One Art's penthouse slightly. Now, One Art Please is one of my friends from Discord and from Twitch. She is absolutely amazing. She's actually the only reason that I have the Sanrio amiibos in Animal Crossing, because she sent me her extra pack. So I absolutely love her. One Art is absolutely amazing. But this is her apartment. Normally it is not a penthouse, but I thought it made the most sense to turn it into a penthouse. I kind of went with a more modern approach to it. One of the things about this shell was it was empty. Now, unlike the shell you all might have seen from my friend Carolyn, this place kind of had a lot of potential and a lot of variations that I could have gone with it. I really could have placed it anywhere. I could have done a roof on top of it, or I could have done what I did here, which is a total penthouse renovation. I thought it would be more fun to stay true to the fact that it was an apartment and turn it into a penthouse. Now, in retrospect, looking back at it, I feel like the walk-up area at the front is way too big, and I should have just extended her apartment slightly and given her a work-from-home office. I think that would have been more fun. But I also really, really love how this turned out regardless. I think it's just a really good shell for this lot in particular. I always find this penthouse specifically difficult to work with because it's in the arts district and it kind of has a weird building style to it. But I think I managed to kind of blend the fact that the building looks older with an exterior that's a little bit more modern. And it also gave me an opportunity to use some modern windows and some darker colors. It was just fun, really. It was just fun. And you're just watching me right now puzzle out how I want to do the actual shell and how I want to extend everything, and part of the walk-up area right here, which is for the elevator, so you're not just coming out from the elevator into her apartment. I think that, yeah. Okay. All right, indoors. Now I am free to make a mess out of everything. All right. I think I'm going to line your apartment if I can. Do some fancy things with it. Maybe like that. One of the big things that I wanted to do was give One Art a whole area at the back to relax in. I think green space is super important in any kind of apartment build or apartment renovation. It's one of those things where if you don't have a lot of green space, everything can feel very industrial and very concrete. I think that having a backyard like this, or even just a back area, helps a lot in the long run, just to add some green and color to the overall build. You strike me as a purple person. I don't know if that's true or not, but you know how people, sometimes they just feel like a color? You strike me as a purple person, One Art. I've always hoped that I was yellow. Purple is your favorite color. big brain moment. I know what I'm doing. I think you need some accent walls. You do. You need some accent walls. So one of the decisions that I made when editing this build was the fact that I sped up the whole interior design aspect of it. This apartment is big, but then not big at the same time. So I kind of thought that I would talk through my thought process for some of this. It is only a 1 bathroom and 1 bedroom, but there is a lot of extra space in the living room area. And I did end up extending her bedroom just slightly. So it's not totally realistic, but at the same time, it was really nice to have some free reign for it. So right now I'm kind of designing a spa bathroom that could work for the rest of the house. And then I go into this area, which is almost like an apartment version of a vestibule. I have the actual area of the apartment entrance as 1 step up with the platforms. So when I came into the actual apartment, I had to step the floor down again to make it consistent with the rest of the build. So that being said, I spent a lot of time just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I ended up adding in a laundry room right here for one art, and on top of that, I end up adding quite a bit of extra space in the kitchen area. One of the things we talked about when I was streaming this was that this would be a nice kitchen and a fun kitchen to do like a Friendsgiving in. I think it's really nice to have a lot of extra space where you can sit down, where you can have a little breakfast nook, and where you can have a communal area. This is also a lot larger of an open floor plan than I would normally go for. It's definitely not as split up as some of the floor plans that I tend to do. I like having rooms that are split up and have a little bit of a purpose to them. And one of the things that I do when I tend to do more modern builds or more apartment builds is I try to make them as open as humanly possible, because part of modern living is having an open floor plan. That's been a huge thing ever since about the 2000s. If you look through home trends, one of the big things is to have a ton of open living and a huge open floor plan, because it opens up the space, quote unquote. But as you can see right there, I gave one art a little recessed area with a ton of storage, a ton of cabinetries. And then this was before we had sectionals, so you saw me experimenting right there, seeing if I could make one work. But I ended up going for a more traditional cozy couch area. It's very purple and gray because purple is one of One Art's favorite colors. I covered some things up with some bookshelves because she also likes to read. And I just gave her a little modern fireplace to make it feel a little bit warmer. And then right here is where I end up doing a pretty big dining room table, actually, because it walks straight out to the backyard area. I thought it was fun to have a huge sitting area right there for anyone who comes to visit or to host parties in. I gave her a nice little custom closet right there with some of the items from Snowy Escape, and you can see me right here experimenting with some of the purple bed tones that we have in the game. I actually had a really fun time making purple the personality of this build. I think if you have a favorite color, you tend to pick that favorite color for as much as you can. At least I do that with green. So it was fun to turn this into a whole purple build. One more small plant that One Art can kill. Maybe I should give you a crochet cactus, because you can't kill that. You can't kill something that is crochet. It's handmade. There, you can't kill that. Is it done? I think your bedroom might be done. Okay, I'm gonna call it done. My dog will kill the crow. I forgot you had... I am a terrible streamer. You have to have pet food and a dog bed in here. I can't remember his name. It's very cute. You have to have... Oh, look, it's perfect. Purple and black. Thank you for mentioning that. All right, dog bed, perfect. I have the perfect spot over here for your German Shepherd. Okay, now we're done. Can't believe I nearly forgot you had a dog. There we go. I think we're good. I think she's finished. So cute. From den of sadness to den of happiness.